What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh. I'm with the band, your front row ticket to interviews and jam sessions with up-and-coming artists.
This is Chad Austin, and this month's episode of I'm With the Band features the Statesville-based rock group Burning Bright. They just released their debut album, Beautiful Mess, and it can be purchased through iTunes. Let's go backstage.
It's broken now. Lies spit from an open mouth. Try and hush the crowd. Vengeance is a lonely sound. Faithful is just. Turn my back, it is a must. Persistent noise is dead.
This is Chad Austin, and today in the studio I am with Burning Bright from Statesville. And today we have Marcus.
Hello.
There you go. Mark.
Hey.
That's one word for Mark.
Right.
And Alan.
Yep.
Thank you guys for being here and making the trek.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we're going to talk about your debut album, Beautiful Mess. Mm-hmm. And why don't you tell me first where the idea came from for the title Beautiful Mess?
That's a funny story.
Well, good, because we want funny stories.
The actual title track and the album, I guess we'll start with the title track part. The song Beautiful Mess was not originally named Beautiful Mess. We were in the studio with Bruce and our producer, and he just hated the song. He liked the song, he hated the name, hated it. And he told us that he wasn't going to put it on the album if we didn't change the track, like the title. So we just went through the lyrics and found a better title for it. And then that actually, he wanted to use that as the title for the album as well. Then it worked out because the concept and, the conceptual pieces behind the album actually are kind of about a beautiful mess. And we can elaborate on that later as well.
I'll go ahead and elaborate on it now.
All right. Well, it's a concept album. I don't know if Alan had told you all that yet or not, but it was written around a concept and around a character, and it kind of tells a story what this guy goes through, and start to finish, and that's
Ups
where
and downs and like a relationship,
like a up and a down, and it goes through the recovery. The end is kind of where he's recovered. That's pretty neat. That's kind of the storyteller's show we'll be playing tonight is really to tell the whole story behind.
Where's the show that you're doing tonight?
Be in Statesville, a place called Moxie's. It's actually the comedy zone of Statesville. But the reason we chose it because it's got like this really retro look inside, and I think we're gonna have either 2 or 3 camera angles, and I thought it'd be just a great place to shoot.
Is it gonna be acoustic or is it gonna be full band?
It'll be kind of a mixture. I guess it's gonna be similar to like your unplugged sessions, like you've seen. Compared to
VH1.
Nirvana's, as far as got a full drum kit and everything, and but it's not going to be the full. I'll be playing acoustic. All 4 of us.
I mean, how many people does the club hold?
Probably 120, 110. But I'm hoping to have a smaller crowd, just because I want to have like 50 to 80. I want to be very intimate.
Why don't you have it so small, like just lock the doors?
Like 10 people in and lock.
Don't let anybody in. That way the camera guys can move around all they want to. So who is the Bruce producer guy?
Bruce Irvine. And I'll turn something over to Alan or Mark, which I'll talk for a little bit.
Okay. Well, Bruce. I had a friend of mine that lives in Atlanta. He works at a studio down there, and when we first started talking about recording our record, we were going to go to Atlanta and work with my friend Chris, one of my high school best friends. And but then we got a phone call from one of the guys at the Rudder that was partners with Bruce at GYB. They're like, "Hey, you guys come on and talk to Bruce and see what can happen." I was like, "All right, whatever." And I looked him up, and then I found out Bruce has got like I don't know, like, 2 Grammys. 2 Grammys?
Yeah, 2.
Something like that. But anyway, we went to it, and it was, we started talking to him, and next thing you know, he's turning like to our best friend, and he's amazing. And
yeah,
he brought the best out of us, really.
Yeah, our first meeting with Bruce, he was very he doesn't work with unsigned bands. He just doesn't. Like his main draw, he does all of Anthony Hamilton's work, and I'm sure we all know that name.
Right.
And so for Bruce to work with an unsigned band, he's got to be like, he wants to hear it, wants to talk to you, wants to get to know you, because he's not going to put his name on something that.
Sure.
Actually, his not even in an arrogant way. He was always like, I'm not going to put my name on something that's not going to be heard. So he was very picky about working with us. And at first, I think he was not really reluctant, but he was almost like, okay. Then after the first day in the studio, he was like, all right.
How long did it take you guys to record the album?
What was it, 13 days?
13, yeah, something.
13 days total. We spread it out over a 3 month,
3
month period, yeah. But I think 13 total studio days.
Did you guys do a bass tracking first, where you did the whole band and then record on top of it?
A lot of times we did. I mean, because the room was large enough, we would do. We would record as a band together in the live room, and he would only record like the bass and the because the bass ran direct and didn't have any amps involved. He'd record the bass and the drums,
right?
And then we'd go back and overlay everything else. But I think it helped us as a band that's performed live so much. We still had that live feel, and it captured. I think it captured a lot of our energy in the album.
You guys using Pro Tools, or do you know?
Yeah, he uses Pro Tools. I think he upgraded to 9 and hates it, and which he didn't. I think it's
because when they went to Pro Tools 9, they started making a lot of it free. You didn't have to have all these little extra amenities to get it. So they had to switch something somewhere. Let's talk about. If I'm right in assuming this, that you guys cracked the top 200 on iTunes?
Yes, we did. That was was it 192?
192?
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah, that was cool.
We're like right beside, was it Blink 182's like greatest
Lenny
hits.
Kravitz was on
Lenny
the
Kravitz.
It was pretty crazy. So.
Jason Mraz was out there with us too.
Metallica
So.
and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, it's like to see your album next. We all know it. I mean, it went away within 10 hours, but
for those 10 hours, it was
there. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. Indie band, been around 16 months at the time. That's pretty cool.
So how do you attribute that to happening?
A loyal fan base. We just had people that were anticipating the album. Social media. I mean, we work social media hard. Facebook. I've got Alan pretty aggressive on it here recently. I've been really hardcore about pushing Facebook and stuff.
So how many do you think that you sold singles or down? Was it the album that was in the top 200, or was it the single or a single?
It was the whole album. Yeah.
So how many copies of your album did you sell to get you in the top 200?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking a few hundred, because we haven't got all the. August is when we'll get the reports.
Right.
They do it like every couple months.
Right.
So I'm thinking it had to at least be a few hundred.
Well,
which is. Like I said, unsigned, I'll take a few hundred all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about people who take your music for free?
There's a line, and it's like, for me personally, is I don't mind someone like getting a couple tunes or something like that and listening to it and spreading the word. That's one thing, but like just blatantly copying it after and I understand now what other bands go through, because after you spent tons of money
right
on a record, you need to get that money back. Because
if we were signed and didn't care, whoop-de-doo.
Like Radiohead, they give their stuff away like just because they're like that, and they've been around for so long, and
they can afford it.
Yeah, they can afford it. But for us, it's like
they can't afford to write a decent song. But I'm just saying. Stab radio edit.
For anything for me, but yeah, it's two-sided. I mean, I don't mind letting somebody have a CD so they can tell all their friends, and then that maybe they'll go buy something,
I supported Metallica. We'll put it that way. I was behind them when they made the stink about it.
Well, I understand the pros and the cons. I mean, but I'm definitely supportive of if you like it, buy it. Yeah. And have you had this happen yet, where somebody came up and said, "I loved your album. I made a copy from my friend."
Had a guy on Facebook leave something and said, "Can I just burn a copy?" And I kind of sent a pretty
scathing.
You were sarcastic.
I was sarcastic, but not a complete jerk.
Sarcastically nice.
Yeah, just to let him know, I would not appreciate that at all.
Well, who's the creative force?
I mean, it's honestly all four, but I mean, I guess you went back. If you go for lyrical and the skeletons of the song, I'd say Alan and I probably split that about 50-50. We come in with I'll bring a song that's like 60, 70% finished to him, and he'll do the same with me. Then we'll bring a song that's like 85, 90% finished as far as chords and lyrical, and then we'll bring it to the whole band, and then we just start dissecting and putting it back together.
Do you guys record like little demos and send them back to each other?
We just
on our
iPhones.
phones, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it helps out. We can message them, and I think a lot of what makes us who we are is, like, Marcus and I will have an idea for a song, and like we'll shoot it to Mark, and he'll work on it, and he'll put a drum beat to it that we had no, we didn't even. Of course, we wouldn't think of it because we don't play drums.
And he'll call us out. He'll be like, if we keep this melody here and we don't do this or change this tempo for this change or such and such here for the bridge, he's like, if you don't do this, it's just, I mean, he'll like.
Yeah, he critiques it.
He critiques it and makes it
really
better.
Makes everything gel.
Yeah.
So
You were talking about Beautiful Mess. This song almost didn't make it to the album.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that you had more than the set number of songs that you released?
We've got a couple more that we didn't release. We've actually got a couple more since the album that we've written. But the main thing, I don't know if it's luck or if it's just, I mean, I guess it's talent. I don't know. We try and stay very humble about everything, about every aspect. But we went through and had 9 songs, and Bruce was like, we need another song. And we didn't like the 2 other 3 we had. So he's like, I'll give you a weekend assignment. He's like, here's a couple of days, go write another song. And we came back, and actually the last song on the album, A New Day, it was kind of the piece of the concept that we had yet to grasp that kind of helped close everything up. And that song was written, I think, in 3 hours. I'm talking like lyrics, melodies, ready for studio in 3 hours. So that was pretty cool.
I tried to analyze your songs that I actually downloaded. I bought, by the way.
Yeah. Thank
You're welcome. You're welcome. I bought Vengeance, which I love the chorus. Who sang it? Did you sing all the backups in the chorus?
Alan and I both did.
Yeah, that sounded really good. I really like that. I love layered stuff. Vengeance, This Time, and Love Song are the 3 songs that I chose. And what I heard, there was a band I could not identify. I know because there's a hook that you put in your voice in Vengeance, going from the verse, I guess, into your bridge. And I've heard that hook before, and you do it well. I'm just trying to identify who it sounds like. And I got, this is what I heard out of your music. 3 Days Grace, Creed, especially This Time sounds like Creed, early Creed. 3 Doors Down, Matchbox 20, Hinder, and Pearl Jam.
Well, you're hitting it on we're huge PJ fans. We love Pearl Jam.
You like to wear pajamas?
Yeah. Yeah, we love Pearl Jam. And
actually, we can't even touch the love of Pearl Jam until you talk to Travis, because he's a Pearl Jam freak.
Right.
Because it's like,
he eats but I mean, the cool thing is he loves them, but he doesn't try and make everything he plays sound like Pearl Jam. So that's the neat thing. He don't let it step in the way of his creativity.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, in the Matchbox, I've heard a lot of people say I've got a Rob Thomas style vocal.
That was the first one I heard. But a lot of it has to do with the mix of the song itself, or the songs that I heard. The early Matchbox 20 album, especially the one is it with 3 a.m. on it?
Push is on that one, I think.
Yeah. They have a certain mix that is real familiar with your music, or real similar to your music, excuse me.
Because our producers, or Bruce's son,
his son's one of his biggest critics. His son's 20-year-old who's like always just like he either hates his dad's work or loves it.
Right.
And Bruce is very much like, I know you got this 90s influence. He's like, so I want to grab that and run with it, but I got to make it modern. He's like, he's as smart of a producer as you always got to be a step ahead. He's like, I don't want to make an album for 2011. I want to make an album that's going to be cool in 2012.
Right.
So he's trying to stay ahead of the curve. So when his son came to him, like Alan was about to say, he's like, it sounds a lot like, a Matchbox 20 feel to it. And Bruce said, oh, no, that's not what I want. He's like, no, Dad. The only reason Matchbox 20 is still not selling records is because they're not together. Because, we all know if they would have stayed together with Rob, they would have,
sure,
they'd still be selling records. So
right.
That was kind of,
I don't know how many millions of records they've sold, but I think that's a good comparison.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. Yeah.
Well, the band that I was looking for has to be a 90s band that I hear in your voice.
Yeah, I got a 90s voice for sure.
Yeah, but I don't complain. I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sing to me. No. So I guess me asking if you guys do any covers live?
Oh
yeah. For now, we're trying to, we're in that transition period where you play covers to make money so you can, do an album, because we're self-funded for the most part. We'll talk about some other funding that's helped later, but when you're self-funded, I mean, everything from our van to I mean, everything about us has been completely just. We haven't taken money. None of us in the band. We haven't taken a check since day one.
What do you do for a living?
I actually do marketing for a company. He's a cook.
I teach.
And he teaches. So, and then of course Travis is a mechanic. So, we're just trying to find that transition, from cover band who played to make money to original band that plays a couple covers. Just trying to get their voice heard,
And the covers you guys will choose are probably something that you identify with a whole lot, not just something that's hip.
Yeah, we're not the guys that say, oh, this song's cool on the radio, let's play it. I mean,
Right.
every now and then if a song's good enough, like we play like a Black Keys song because they're a really good band, and we'll cover an Avett Brothers song because they're local and they're a good band, but in Mumford & Sons, like stuff like that, because not because it's popular, but at the same time we like it. We've always said we're not going to play something just because the people want to hear it. As bad as that sounds, we're going to play it because we enjoy playing it. Because as well as we do, if you don't enjoy playing a song, you're not going to perform it well live. Yeah. So
Really? So what you're saying is if you're playing Lady Gaga and you don't like it,
it's gonna look like we don't like it.
right? I didn't understand where you said that you guys have recorded at. And you talked about Bruce's places in Atlanta.
QIB Reflections Studio. REM did some.
Oh, the one in Charlotte.
Your reflection, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
We were
Yeah, I've been in there.
B, and yeah, we'd love it there. If we ever go full time and go big or whatever, I still want to go back there and record because the vibes just chill. And
Right.
Feels at home.
Aretha,
It feels it's comfortable. It's you can tell.
there's been a lot of big stars in there, not just REM.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Aretha Franklin's been in there.
Yeah.
Hootie, Blowfish were there, weren't they?
Yeah, Hootie started. Hootie recorded actually. Let Her Cry. I don't know if the radio edit was, but Let Her Cry was one of the songs that was recorded in that studio. I don't know if radio edit could be a whole other. That
That's
does.
right. Yeah,
that changes
absolutely.
hands a lot.
Let's see. What about major shows besides playing at the Rusty Rudder?
We've done Amos's.
Yeah.
We've done the South End. We've done Visual Light a couple times. We've done. I don't know. We've played. Coming up, we've played every sports bar and every regular bar in Cornelius, Mooresville, Statesville, Troutman area. I mean, we've really, really ran hard.
Have you tried running the downtown of Charlotte?
That's what we're doing now. I mean, we've kind of reached that point where our resume is not impressive if it comes to like live shows. It's not. We've played a lot of the same places, but we did what we had to do to get an album out.
Right.
So now that we got the album out, we're pursuing agencies to try and take it to the next level of playing the more prestigious venues, playing for a crowd of people that aren't there to pick up girls and drink beer. They're there to hear music and enjoy themselves.
I think one of the good things about the way we've done it is, we stayed at pretty, in a small area and kept playing like the covers and stuff like that. But as soon as we start branching out, people don't know us as a cover band.
They don't know us as
original. So
I guess as much as we can criticize, and I don't know if you want to criticize ourselves, but much we know it's not an impressive resume to say this is where we've played. There are a few places definitely that we enjoy, but I think the most important part is we would have never broke the top 200 if we wouldn't have played and got this fan base
Right.
prior. So I think it was very important to do that.
Well, the Rudder on the lake is a good place to play.
Yeah, the Rudder. We've actually even talked. It's probably one of the places. No matter, I mean, if we ever get to luckily get to that point where we're big enough, maybe not, but we'd like to always still be able to play there.
Well, let's take a break for a second and check out one of you guys' songs. I want to hear one of you guys play a song for us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it.
We'll do that. This is Burning Bright. This is our song Wrecked. One for the wrecked, one for everyone here. And this is for sure, but not even close near. And can't you see? Everyone around is still
I can breathe. The dark ship is set sail. I won't wait, for everything good is gone. I won't stay. This feeling I get is wrong. One more time. Too fast, too late. We have all tried to lie. The tears have dried up. Death, it's the only goodbye. I won't wait, for everything good is gone. I won't stay. This feeling I get is wrong. Oh, one more time. I won't wait, for everything good is gone. I won't stay, for this feeling I get is wrong. One more time. One more time.
We'll get back to your show in a moment. Just a reminder, you're listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Find out more at themesh.tv and give us feedback on what you like. And now, as promised, back to your show.
Okay, we are back. You just heard Burning Bright play the song Wrecked.
Yes.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Alan, start with you were the one that wrote the.
Yeah, I wrote it, and I wrote it like, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
That. And then my grandmother passed away, and it was my way of grieving. And so basically the song is like, it's about like we're in the viewing, and it's just like taking photographs of the people in my family that I'm looking around, and all the words or all the the verses and stuff are they resemble each person that I looked at, and it was a tough time for me. So, but I wrote the song, and it turned out really cool, and we actually got very blessed. And Marcus and his Facebook, he's a Facebook Nazi, and he Facebook Joe Kwan from the Avett Brothers plays cello, and he actually played the cello track on it.
Yeah, Joe was like, I'd met the Avetts a couple of times, and they kind of knew who I was. I mean, not like see me out in public and talk to me, but like they kind of, But he told me, he said, yeah, I'll, we'll send it to me, send the lyrics. I want to review the lyrics and review the song, and if I like it, I'll do it. And he's like, wow, I love the song. Actually, he said he loved Alan's bass track too.
Oh,
so
excellent.
On Alan's Kozo. For a guy that plays Bob Crawford, that's pretty good. And So that was kind of neat because it wasn't just like he was going to do it. Just he had to, he had to at least like it or he wasn't going to play. So it made me feel good he liked it enough to play on it.
That's cool.
And if you've had, and it's his work is beautiful. Joe's.
And do you guys work with other outside artists too, other writers?
No, we write and do everything ourselves for now. Not that we wouldn't, accept, someone who wanted to sit down and work with us. I mean, I feel like it's always good to take other influences and other minds. And
Well, sometimes you do that with the producer anyway. Is that one of the things that Bruce did with you guys?
there you go. I guess you can say you can feel Bruce on this album. There's a lot of stuff that he helped to contribute to.
Well, there's stuff that we don't even think of when you. I mean, we've recorded stuff before, but it's never been to this level. And so, like, Bruce was putting stuff in the mixes and stuff that we were like, what? Like, I don't even. Oh, yeah, that sounds really cool.
Right.
Like he would do stuff that we wouldn't think to do. And
Well, even me trying to enunciate words, like while singing these words, they would sound kind of jumbled together, and he'd be like, "I tell you what, take that word and try this word instead." Like even when I'm like in the booth recording vocals, and we try that word, and he'd be like, "Does that feel more comfortable?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's more clear on my end too." So even just the smallest things like that, it's just little things that obviously, which is what his job is supposed to be.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, for me, he told me to 4 on the floor is powerful. Just that.
Keep the kick.
4.
Right.
And then.
You can actually hear a lot of tone in your click of the kick.
Yeah,
I noticed that right off.
I did that on a couple songs, and then after he told us that one weekend, we had a show like the following weekend, and I did it more. It's like it's more, people start dancing to it more, and then it's like the new day, the kick's just like that, the whole song.
Right.
Yeah, that song, we were just talking about that last night. A New Day, we like the song. It's a very good song, but like to us, I'm not sure it'd be like the first one we'd pop in our CD player to hear. As far as the band, it's probably in the middle of the road as far as one of our favorites. But every time we play it live, people just flock to it. Like they're just like, because it's so poppy, it's so happy, it's 4 on the floor kick the whole time. It's just like, and I guess that's what the crave is right now, is that kind of music. It's so it's kind of
The disco kick.
I don't know what it is.
it's kind of got like a European influence a little
Right,
bit.
right.
And I actually like it.
That's my dad's favorite on the album.
You've passed your 30 word. You went past 30. Yeah.
There you go.
I lost count. Are you guys sick of the album yet?
No. I mean, we're ready to, creative minds. We want to write really bad. Actually, we still write some, but I'm trying to stay disciplined on the fact that we've got to market this one heavily,
Right.
not to get too sidetracked on working on album number 2, which is
Right.
hard because we've already talked. I think we're going to go the conceptual. We're going to go with the concept again. I don't know. I don't want to be tied into being just a concept band, because sometimes it doesn't help with your mainstream marketing as far as people getting what you're doing. But
think if you write
good singles that go in your concept,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can write
It
a
worked for Pink Floyd.
concept-
yeah, well, yeah, there are
write a
bands that
concept
it
record.
worked well for.
Yeah.
If you write like a concept record and the band only knows it's a concept record, because that helps you write it, put your mind, brains and wrap around it, and you just hand somebody the CD. If you handed the CD to somebody,
They're
they're
not think
not
concept.
going to realize it's a concept. But when we wrote it around the concept, and it makes it easy to write. Like for me personally, because I have an idea, I have like a inspiration.
Well, we're
Big booming voice.
We like
Has some
telling. I mean, we
reverb
like
there.
telling stories. I don't want to just write. I hate to pull a band out and talk about it like Nickelback. Like I don't want to ever get to the point where I just write songs about strippers. I just think that if I ever get to that point, I just want to quit and go enjoy my money and sit on the beach in Hawaii.
Right.
If I can't write a lyric that's going to mean something to someone, then I feel like I'm not doing my job.
Or the same modal transitions over and over again.
Yeah, it's just that's why we think concept records, because we want to tell stories. We want to write songs that going to stand and be around.
I think that's one of the things that drew Bruce to us when we went to him and we're like, our debut record, we want it to be a concept record. And I
Yeah, as
think
soon as he heard that, he was like, "Oh,
"What?"
okay."
And like Bruce's favorite band is Pink Floyd, and so
I won't say favorite. One of his favorites.
well, one of his favorites. I mean, he loves them, and so that helped the process of what we were trying to do.
Well, do you guys want to do another song from
Sure.
Beautiful Mess?
Yeah, sure, we'll do another. This is Burning Bright, and this is Vengeance. It's broken now. Lies spent from an open mouth. Try and hush the crowd. Vengeance is a lonely sound. Faithful is just. Turn my back, it is a must. Persistent noise is deaf. No soul, no heart, it's all that's left. And fear is calling out my name. Who and this feeling I can't change. And she said it's only for a while, then you can watch me walk away. I said vengeance will have its day. So leave this as the end. Is this life destined to spend like leaves on ground? It covers what won't be found. And fear is calling out my name. Who and this feeling I can't change. And she said it's only for a while, then you can watch me walk away. I said vengeance will have its day. She said it's only for a while, then you can watch me walk away. I said vengeance will have its day. Thank you.
We are back with Burning Bright, and that was the song Vengeance.
Yes.
Yep.
And you played it with a vengeance?
With a vengeance, of course.
Excellent. All right, let's talk about upcoming shows, besides the one tonight, which nobody listening is going to be able to go to, but let's talk about the shows that are coming that they will be able to attend.
What is our schedule? I'm the worst about remembering our schedule. I go and check it on the site and Facebook. We got a show at the Rudder coming up. Rusty Rudder in Cornelius. I think that is it the 7th of August?
It is at the 7th of August.
First Saturday of August. And
on the 7th.
That'll be that'll be a good show. We always, do a full production show there and really, light show and everything, make it, as fun as possible. That's the transition is, we're keeping 3 and 4 shows a month. and let the agencies take over and fill those voids. We're not. I'm done. I guess I'm done booking new places unless it's a big place. I'm tired of playing small places. I mean, I'm just ready to. We could easily. I could book 14 shows a month if I wanted to, but it's not going to get us anywhere. It's going to be in
It'll burn you out too.
Yeah, it will. I mean, I want to play 14 shows, but I want to play 14 shows in 3 different states.
Sure.
That kind of stuff. I want to get out and play for new people.
So you guys have a Facebook page, of course.
Yes. I guess it'd be facebook.com/Burning Bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what it'd be.
And the website is burningbrightband.com.
Yeah, and then Twitter's
linked together.
Then Twitter's Be Bright Band is our Twitter.
Be Bright Band.
Yeah, Be Bright Band.
So if I'm drinking, I can't say that.
Yeah. Say it 3 times really fast. So.
Well, let's do something new today.
Okay.
Let's do a word association.
Oh boy.
And we're going to start with Mark.
Oh god.
I'm going to say a few different things, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
All right.
We're going to limit this to one sentence. Harry Potter.
Oh, I don't watch it.
You don't watch it?
No.
I don't know nothing about it.
Glasses. He wears glasses.
There you go.
Witches.
Witches.
He just saw the new movie.
I did.
Guilty.
It was the best, was it
It was
not?
good.
It's phenomenal.
I'm a Lord of the Rings guy.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
I'm a Back to the Future guy.
Unemployment.
Sucks.
Bad.
There, that's good. A man of few words, Alan. Testing waters here. Gay marriage.
Sure.
Well, it's just been a big topic in the news.
Go for it. Yeah.
Go for it, because you know what? There'll be fabulous weddings.
It will. It will be very artsy weddings.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have to get
You know
somebody.
how much money those coordinators would make if they could have that?
Yeah, but the wedding coordinators for gay marriage will have to be straight.
I could do it.
Yeah, you're kind of metro though.
Yeah. I get my nails done. Just kidding.
Frisbee.
Dog.
Golf.
Chains.
Frisbee what?
Chains. Golf chains. The chains in the golf thing.
Oh, right. Cool. All right.
Is it sentences or one word?
Anything you want to make it.
Okay.
Just getting
is
your getting your take on things. All right, we got the website down. We got the burningbrightband.com. We got the Facebook. We got the show coming up. Anything else you guys want to add to the mix that I might have left out?
I guess it's looking for the DVD. I mean, this will be a legit, production for the DVD. We've got a guy. He's got two. It's going to be 2 or 3 different, angles. Like I said, I think I said that earlier, but it's going to be, edited, and I'm pretty sure I've seen some of his work. It's going to be really nice. So not only can you pick up, the album on iTunes and Amazon, we'll also be releasing the DVD.
Did you guys go through CD Baby? Just curious.
We went through TuneCore.
All right.
Yeah, we use our Bruce helps to manage and record a band called Esso Stereo, and they use TuneCore. We've kind of followed in their footsteps, some of the things they use, because it's worked well. And that's a cool thing. And then, with the shows, you're saying about upcoming shows. Here's another reason for cutting back on shows. I kind of elaborate on that a little bit. It's not for, because they don't like playing, but we've also got some people interested that like do the productions for TV shows, as far as like Vampire Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
And Pretty Little Liars and a few other shows that are actually going to play our music we've heard. Nothing's confirmed.
ASCAP, BMI, CSAC.
ASCAP. That's what we use. So if we can get that going, Vampire Diaries alone, if we can get a couple songs put in that market, there's, 8 million plus viewers.
Sure.
If they all download singles, that's great.
Esso Stereo, one of the bands if we actually opened up for them at Amos's, they were on Vampire Diaries.
They actually had a spoken role and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, best of luck. I hope you guys get that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it helped tremendously.
That'd be nice.
So
Well, this has been very nice talking to you guys.
we've
Appreciate you
enjoyed
guys
it.
coming in.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously.
And I'm Chad Austin with I'm with the Band. Take care, you guys.
My eyes are open for the first time in a long time, but pain still surrounds me and devours me, leaves me in disbelief. And I can pretend to feel mistaken, but it never brings me peace. And I can blame it on these feelings that leave me incomplete. So write me a love song, make it an hour long. Make sure the words are bittersweet, and give me a reason to live with your treason. And I know I'll be discreet.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.